you thought bathrooms were used for only going to the bathroom, you would be wrong. In this case, students have been hiding paraphernalia wherever they can. As of late, they've been climbing up on the urinals and the plumbing to stash or hide things up in the urinal flush tank, which causes extensive damage, making it necessary to close the washroom and lock the doors, which affects everyone.
Buckle up for safety as I give you a day in the life of online. No, not online. I'm actually there. Facilities maintenance.
And apparently the urinal tank is also more convenient to throw away your garbage, or your lunch that you don't feel like eating, or maybe for getting in a quick workout. At the end of the day, I have to get the kids to stop climbing on the plumbing in the urinals. If I take away the reason for climbing up there in the first place, they probably won't climb on it. I decided to build a cover, and I decided to make this cover. I put a little bit of thought into it. I decided to make it so it actually looks half decent when I'm finished. I decided to make it so the top would not be flat, thereby eliminating the ability to set things on top of it. And I also gave it a bit of a back slope just to be a little bit more design friendly and to minimize the space and the ability to stick your hand up underneath it for anyone who's got super skinny arms to try and get stuff up into the tank anyway. If I make it so it's not possible that they can actually reach up into the tank, chances are pretty good that they're going to stop climbing up there. At least that's the hope. Alright, with this cover out of the way, now I had to work on the plumbing aspect of it. So it turns out that this is not what I at first thought it was. At first I thought it was just 3/4 inch piping that was chromed. It's not. It turned out to be brass piping that was chromed that is not 1/2 inch nor is it 3/4. It's a compression fitting on one side, it is threaded on the other side, and it actually turned out that the outside diameter was exactly 3/4 of an inch. Meaning that it actually sleeves inside of a standard 3/4 inch copper pipe. Almost. It's actually a little bit loose. So I found that if I slipped it in far enough, and I had to slip it in at least 1.5 inches, then I could solder it and actually get a leak-free seal. Once I did that, I was able to transition to a couple of ends necessary to fit into the bung that goes in the top of the urinal and into the compression fitting on the other side, and build my pipe out of 3/4 inch copper piping and attach the necessary ends on it in order to be able to connect it to the original urinal flush piping system. Okay, with that now done, it's time to put the tank cover up on the wall. You can actually see the back angle that I'm talking about. It's a little wider up at the top than it is at the bottom. Anyway, the brackets that I had. With this type of bracket, I wanted something that was fairly robust. I originally wanted to mount the brackets from the inside so that just the tabs were sticking out, so there was less accessible hardware, but it forced the tank cover itself to stand off the wall about 1/4 inch, and I wanted it flush to the wall, at least as tight as possible anyway. So I went with these brackets, painted them, and then I positioned the cover so that it would give me enough clearance over top of the mechanics of the tank, the valve itself and all the rest of that. And I actually think it looks pretty good. And as you can see, there is no room to stick your hands up underneath there. So, here endeth the project. A silly project, but apparently a necessary one, and one that I hope I don't have to do again.